Hey people, what's happening? Everybody's good? Today, let's look at one fragrance that my brother Ubayd Salik, who lent it to me for a while to review. So I'm going to be actually not enough time to read it or study it, but I got few things to say about this. So this is gonna be Eternal Love from XLouis. So for men, it's EDP concentration 3.4, 100 ml bottle. All right. So yeah, here's your batch code. The presentation, T-shaped cap, and then it makes a sound, boom, pops up like a Coke bottle, like a, if you open Coke, those glass bottles makes a sound. All right. So plastic cap, right, not very heavy. The sprayer, something, I don't know what's wrong, something happened with the sprayer, so it doesn't spray out enough juice, so it just squirts at this point, so it leaks sometimes, right? But apart from that, the fragrance is awesome, the juice is awesome. I'm gonna talk about it in a while. All right, so right now it's about closing to 2 a.m. in the morning, so very peaceful, not much noise, no construction work nearby, none of the crows, which Mr. Matt finds it very, very hilarious. So Mr. Matt, no crow for today. Right, so next one is scent of the night. Is I'm wearing this beautiful baby, the La Male essence from Jean-Paul Gaultier. All right, this juice is just something phenomenal. I'm going to do a full review on this very, very soon. And the thing is, it's very soft. It's just, you can reapply again and indoors, amazing juice. All right, so yeah, so next one is just one thing I want to tell you before I start the review. That is, sometimes I do get I don't mind any comments, because I get a lot of comments on the videos and I really appreciate it. So many subscribers is growing by the day. It gets me really happy. And then I like to get comments that actually help me. Compliments, it's fine. I get always Mr. Tony Quaz is there to take care of my mood, really lifts up my mood. Mr. Martin Moore, there is Mr. Bob Ono from Hawaii. So all these people, wonderful people, are there to support. But there are some people who also commenting, like giving me suggestions to improve my content. They say stuff, so I learn from that. I really get benefited by those. But at times, I read some things that really kills my mood. It's just not to bash on them or not to show my anger or whatever. But for one day it really got me upset, because I think I'm doing this from my own interest. I love fragrances and I don't have unlimited collection. I cannot do that, because I'm not one of those reviewers who's sponsored, who get free bottles, has access to numerous shops, or I can get them for so cheap. I cannot get 1,000 bottles. All right, so yeah, sometimes people do decants review. I don't do that unless I have full bottle. I don't do reviews. So sometimes it happens. Yes, sometimes your collection, maybe you have review everything, so what else but what you have for reviewing. So I get comments like that. So for those people who are commenting those things, remember one thing. First of all, I started this channel from the interest I have in fragrance. Suddenly one day just felt, and then it was just amazing, without any sort of promotion or anything. People just started liking my videos, supporting me. I can learn from my reviewers, fellow reviewers, senior reviewers, and I got like 1,000+ subscribers. It's just God's blessing or something like that. People watch my content and it feels very good, like to share, hear from people your thoughts, and then learn where else I can get this fragrance, what other fragrances there, new fragrances, and also things about life. So when I read comments like, you have done all your bottles review, so your channel is now boring, and whatever content you're doing, your fragrances are, it's not relevant. It's no, they didn't say it's shit, but yeah, it's like not relevant or anything. What's not relevant to you may be relevant to someone else. Maybe it's boring to you, but I find whatever I'm reviewing is fun. Even if I would do anything as cheap as $5 or $3, I would review a piece of soap if I find it interesting. So that is my interest. If you find that material is not relevant to you, you can simply skip it. Nothing, no big deal, right? I'm not gonna be like fighting or showing a backlash or anything. Just like kill my mood for one day. Then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna let it ruin my mood. So I came back and I decided I'm gonna do this review for this. So it's gonna be a fast review, and I'm gonna talk about few aspects of fragrances. All right, this fragrance, first of all, the box, I don't have the box with me, so just the bottle. So the bottle, the green color bottle, really is like kind of vintage, reminds me of 80s and 90s. Like it, it's all right, not bad. All right, so got some weight to it also. So for the smell, all right, let me tell you before I tell what it smells like. This fragrance reminded me of my friend, one guy named Ashaf Magamed. His name was Maga. So this guy was my best friend in my pre-university life. The sentimental story for this is just a little bit story. This guy, he was like always with the tough guys, you know, these Chechens. Then he was from actually, you know, like from Russia, but not Russia. He's like from Ingushetia, so they're like fighters and stuff. So they came to study in Malaysia, right? So I found friends, and they're very rough and tough guys. They don't really, you know, they're always like rude. People are scared of them. You know, everyone in the whole campus was scared of them. So they're like big guys, and then always, you know. So these guys suddenly, I don't know how I made friends with them. I was born in Russia. Maybe there was a link. They took me as in their brother pack. You know, I was the only guy who looked like this in the whole bunch. There'll be like 16, 20 Russian guys, and I'll be there in the mob. All right. So they always used to invite me in the room. And this guy, one day, he went back to Russia, and his sister gave him a fragrance that smelled exactly like this, a lot like this. Do you know the fragrance named Spice Bomb? So Spice Bomb is like as a green shape. So that bottle that he received from his sister was like a green bottle, exactly like this. All right, this green bottle, just like the grenade shape. And the smell was so beautiful, so awesome. I used to steal his spray. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna steal some spray. And guess what he did? He's like, you like it so much, take it. I'm like, you went to Russia after 11 long years to your home, and your sister gave it to you, and you're giving it to me. He's like, bro, it's just a fragrance. You're my brother. All right, you're my brother. And then if I like something, and if you love someone, you just give them what you love. That's brotherhood, man. When I'm telling you this story, this has a tragic end to it. That guy passed away in a car accident. It was like I was in the university already, and then I heard it from someone else, because I was not in touch with that guy. That guy was a little bit crazy and stuff. He was going through some tough time, and he fell asleep in the car because he didn't get enough sleep, and his car fell from the overbridge down, and then he died on spot. So it was not very easy for me to, you know, smell this again, because it brought back all those memories. All right, not to say it made me sad. It's a very beautiful fragrance, and this fragrance reminded me of my friend, my best friend. You know, I couldn't say bye to him. That guy was the biggest heart ever. You know, if you know some Russian people, you might think like, oh, Russian people are like rough and tough. They're built in hardcore of sometimes, you know, like outdoors they're like very hard, but if you can enter their heart, you're gonna be brothers for life. Miss you, bro. All right. So this fragrance, what it smells like when you spray it at first, you know, I have the dry down here on the paper for half an hour or so. So dry down goes a little bit different from the top note. All right, so top note, when I smell it, because it's very potent, I'm not going to spray this again in my room. I sprayed this, oh god, every time I get this in my nose. So I sprayed this outside my room, and I came back with the paper. So yeah, so when you smell it up top, it has the green feel. What kind of green feel? This fragrance has the green feel of, imagine, not a forest, like a bit of greenery, okay, away from the city. A lot of forest, tropical forest, and it is heavy rain, not thunder or ashy kind or like something burning smell. No, after a long time it rained, and then the leaves of the tree on the grass, they still have that water, fresh water from the rain. That smells like this on the opening, very green, watery, very, very peaceful. Like if you know those like water fountains, they're running, the streams that's running, peaceful. And there is a fruit note in this. I cannot really pinpoint. It could be pine, not sure. It smells like some of those pine or some of those money plant or something. You just break one leaf, and you smell the liquid that comes off from the edge. That's what it smells like. Very, very green, very, very 90s feel, like powerhouse sort of scent. At the same time, very, very clean and handsome. All right, not in an animalic way. So this reminds me of those Pakuraban, Puram, Azaros Puram, Kuros, all those powerhouse which had the note of oak moss. I think this has oak moss in it, in a way, because on dry down from that fresh green side, and a little bit of citrus also up top, but not very citrusy sweet citrus. No, there's less sweetness. The green mixed with a little bit citrus, minus the sugar. So a bit of diabetic. No, but not medicinal diabetic, nothing. Very, very pleasant, beautiful fragrance. I don't know, Price for this is like $10 to $15 in Bangladesh. I don't know if someone's seen this. If you've seen, I definitely recommend you try this juice. Beautiful juice, all right? So for age, I think this would be for a bit more mature, okay? And performance on this is crazy. 10 out of 10. Projection 10 out of 10. Great. Compliments, bit more mature. People who are aware, bit of mature crowd will appreciate this. So the opening, the green wet feel, all right? Very relaxing, soothing feel. And if you're wearing something like a suit or tuxedo, this will go. If you imagine a green kind of a suit, all right? A little bit of poison ivy feel. So very alluring, very sexy, very clean, and very much like a posh, up-class fragrance for very cheap price. I don't know, EDP concentration, I guess. And the dry down goes more towards the little bit spicy kick, bit of cardamom it feels. Because this fragrance, I haven't found any information regarding this in Fragrantic or online anywhere. So I'm thinking this fragrance, let's just talk about from what I get from my nose. So cannot be 100% correct, just saying it, what I get. So if you ever smell this, you do let me know what you get from it. All right. So brother Ubayd Salik, he really loves this. He really digs this juice. He really treasures it. He told me, brother, this is one of my favorite juice, and he is into more perfume oils and mixing oils and everything. So he has a very mature and, you know, like developed nose, right? So I really appreciate that. So yeah, so you get a little bit the dry down, the citrus is gone, all right? Bergamot, citrus, whatever it was, it's gone. So then a little bit of coriander, other green herbal side is coming to the play. The oak moss, very clean sort of green scent, not vetiver. This is like plants, green plants from the trees, big trees, all right? No woody vibe in this, all right? The oak moss, little bit of herbal. Stays pretty much, what else can I, if you know Platinum Egoist, it has the feel of the Platinum Egoist, but doesn't have the spicy kick, or maybe even Declaration doesn't have that kick, or Sandalwood doesn't have those woody notes, but slightly sweet. The dry down is slightly sweeter than the top, a little bit green, a little bit spicy, very masculine, very not very loud, not very, it's gonna go and catch your nose and like scratch your face and take off your nose, something like that. Really reminds me of my friend. He used to wear this. I remember in the car, you'd be just put one or two. These guys were like so cool. They were loved by anyone. They were like, all the friends were cool. This guy taught me how to drive. All right, so I remember him. Ashwa Magamet, bro, wherever you are. Sentimental values, definitely. I love this fragrance so much. Very, very masculine, and I could see James Bond could be wearing this in the back in the 90s. You know, when Roger Moore was James Bond. I could see Roger Moore wearing this. He's gonna be like talking one or two liners, you know, come up with this, you know. He's just climbing up those, you know, big forts or castles, and then there's like a lady who's a villain or something, and he's trying to be cool, pulling off his jacket and then trying to act cool. Smooth, very smooth fragrance, all right? I'm not sure brother Ubayd Salik can update me on what else he gets from it, but I get the green feel, and then it goes down a little bit, not on the animalic side, little bit oak moss, but very toned down, very gentleman, handsome scent, all right? So for performance, great, 10 out of 10. Compliments also great, but for winter weather, I think a little bit cooler weather, this will perform better, not in the hottest of the heat, because these may go to different direction. And the fruit I was talking about, I cannot pinpoint the fruit. There's a fruity note in this, all right? Something, I have had this fruit before, I smelled this before somewhere, but I cannot pinpoint what fruit this is, all right? Feels like a little bit sometimes like cucumber, sometimes feels like agave or some of these melons, you know, but not really traditional watermelon, sweet, fruity notes, no. Some sort of juicy melon, all right, which doesn't have the sweetness. Maybe a green, maybe a cucumber, which is a bit more juicy, maybe cucumber, not sure, all right? So yeah, eternal love for you, that's the fragrance, all right? I really love this juice, and if you ever see this, very uncommon juice, all right, and a very affordable juice. If you ever see it, definitely it could be your signature scent, all right? So thank you very much for watching, and maybe in a separate video I'll talk about this other issues, because they're gonna, you know, maybe a bit long, so maybe in a separate video. I miss those morning episodes, morning thoughts. So yeah, maybe one of those episodes I'm gonna do this talk, because there are some interesting topics like expensive versus cheap fragrance, quality versus quantity, occasion versus I don't care, then long lasting versus nice smell. So these are some of the issues people always ask. Bro, should I buy a fragrance because it smells nice but doesn't last? Should you dismiss a fragrance just based on its performance? Not necessarily. Sometimes fragrances, some fragrances, they do what they're meant to do. Alright, some fragrances, they're workhorse. They don't care, they don't smell nice, serve all day. Some of the fragrances, they are not artistic but crowd pleaser, savage. No, there's nothing artistic about it, but it gets compliments. So we're going to talk about those aspects of fragrances just to answer some questions. Alright, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll be talking to you soon. Everyone stay good, smell well, and then just one update on my beloved Kuros. The juice level is already down here within a week. I've been spraying this liberally 5 days, 6 days out of a week. Really love this. This, I think, is my new signature scent. Just love this. I think I'm going to be using multiple bottles of this. I may hunt down one vintage for this, you know, and I'm loving Powerhouse fragrances. Alright, so I'll talk to you soon. Take care, have a nice week, and work hard. See you soon. Good night.